Hey guys, welcome back to another video of me doing virtual learning. Today we're going to be performing a bed bath on our patient. So the first thing that we're going to do before we even perform our bed bath is we're going to verify our doctor's orders. And it looks like our doctor has ordered a bed bath. Okay, so that's good. And now we are going to introduce ourselves to the patient. And hello, Mr. Spidey Man. My name is Destiny. I'm going to be your nurse today. Can you go ahead and tell me your name and your date of birth, please?
My name is Spidey Man and my date of birth is August 22nd, 1995.
Okay, thank you. And do you have any allergies that I need to know about?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. I'm going to go ahead and provide for the patient's privacy by closing this curtain. I am going to perform my hand hygiene with my lovely hand sanitizer. Okay, I'm washing our hands. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and remove the sheets from the patient. And now we're going to put our gloves on. Because even though we're clean, we also need to make sure that the patient's bodily fluids and stuff do not touch our hands. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a towel over Mr. Spidey Man to assure his privacy and keep his dignity intact while we're doing this bed bath. And now we're going to take off the gown. We're going to take it off on the side that doesn't have the IV, if there was an IV, and then the other side. But right now he doesn't have any IV, so he's good. We're gonna go ahead and take off the gown, our fancy $1 million gown here. Okay, and now we are going to get our water and our towel. The water's warm, and so now we're gonna have the patient test the water. Is that warm enough for you?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start. I'm going to make sure that you have the head of the bed raised to a 30-degree angle. But since the bed cannot come up, we're just gonna pretend that it came up. We're going to pretend we took down the side rails, and we also raised the head of the bed to a 30-degree angle for our patient's comfort. And we're going to take out this pillow, but we're gonna pretend we took out the pillow. And we're going to put a towel underneath the patient's head and make sure that the bed doesn't get wet or he doesn't have any excess moisture on his skin, because we want to always protect the skin. So now we're going to go ahead and take our rag and we're going to fold it up in a nice comfortable little mitt position, and we're going to dip it in our water. We're going to go from the eyes out, and we're going to pat dry, always making sure that we always keep the patient's skin good, and make sure we're always checking and assessing the patient to make sure that there's no redness or skin tears or anything like that. So we're going to continue on. We're going to do his forehead, around the ears, underneath the chin, and then we're going to pat dry. And we're going to make sure that we get pretty much all of the water, because we don't want there to be excess water, because it can cause skin breakdown. And now we're going to continue on. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the hands. So we're going to go ahead and wash them. And for the nails, we're going to soak the patient's hand for 3 to 5 minutes in water. And then we're going to scrub underneath the nails and make sure everything's okay. And then we're going to go down to the arms. So we're going to go ahead and wash the arms. lift up the arms, clean the armpit. Clean the armpit. And we're going to pat dry. Pat the patient dry. Okay, now we're gonna do the other arm. We're going to wash him, lift him up, make sure to get his armpit. Wipe, wipe. Now we're gonna pat dry. We're gonna make sure we got all the water. Okay. Now we're going to do his abdomen. We're going to wipe down and then wipe down. Everything looks good. There's no skin tears, no irritation. His skin looks healthy. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and move on down to his legs. But now's the time that we can either put back on the gown, or we can go ahead and finish our bed bath without the gown on. But for his privacy, I'm going to go ahead and put the gown back on him. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and continue on with his feet. We're going to wash his thighs. Wash his thighs. And then we're going to continue on down to his feet. We're going to make sure that we get in between every toe. We're going to also be assessing the patient for skin breakdown or irritation. The patient looks fine. We're going to go ahead and wipe off all of this water that we got on our patient. We're going to make sure the patient is dry.
No.
And now we're going to do the pericare. So we're going to wash. This is a clean towel, by the way. Power of medicine. It's a brand new towel, so everything else has already been cleaned. Brand new towel. We're going to go from front to back so that we don't cause any UTIs or anything like that. So from front to back. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to pat the area dry and make sure that there's no water or nothing. And we are going to turn the patient onto their side and go ahead and get their back. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get the shoulders and the back of the neck, and we're going to go down. And then we are going to pat the patient dry. And then we are going to clean the anus, and we're also going to do the same thing from front to back. So from front to back, and make sure that it's clean and that there's no need for extra care. And if we need to, we can get some wipes and go ahead and clean the area. But that looks good, and we're going to go ahead and pat the patient dry. Okay, we're going to turn the patient back over. And now our patient is clean. And what we're going to do is we're going to get clean linens and make the bed back up. We're going to get rid of all of our used supplies, and they are going to go into the laundry. We're going to go ahead and change the pillows and put new pillowcases on, and after we do that, we're going to cover the patient back up. We're going to make sure Mr. Spideyman is comfortable.
No.
Mr. Spideyman, are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and take off our gloves. We are going to perform our hand hygiene. Okay. Mr. Spidey-Man, I'm going to go ahead and raise your, lower your bed to the lowest position, and I'm going to put your side rails back up. And also, I'm going to hand you this beautiful call light here. And if you need anything, just press this blue button here, and we'll come back and help you. Okay, well, I'll see you next time, okay, Mr. Spider-Man?